Welcome back to the Whiskey Hideaway, or for those of you that haven't been here, welcome to the Whiskey Hideaway. I am your host, Steve, and here we like to, look at different whiskeys, scotches, bourbons, and just experience them. And today with me is Erica.
Hello.
Erica works as a bartender
here
in Lewisburg, and she told me the other day that she has never tried scotch.
Never.
What? No! You tried whiskey, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously. I try to try everything that I make as a bartender, but...
along with whiskeys, bourbons, what might be your favorite in that realm?
Probably a bourbon. I like what type, like a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Blanton's. Or there's, this sweet potato whiskey that I like.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it, but I will get it for you.
And didn't you say you also liked Bibb and Tucker?
Oh, I do like Bibb and Tucker.
Okay.
Like
very sweet.
Yes.
I actually did a review on that.
Ones. Yeah, I like the sweeter ones.
Very dessert whiskey is what I call it.
I like those.
Cool. Awesome. Well, today I have one that I've never tried. And obviously you've never tried since you've never had scotch. And I know that some people are going to be watching this going, oh, you're getting her into scotch and you're throwing an Islay scotch at her? That's right, I am. Today we've got Lagavulin 16. And for those of you not familiar, it's an Islay scotch single malt. And 16 years, and the ABV on this is going to be 43%, so 86 proof.
I'm very excited.
Now, I picked this up in Wake Forest, ABC store, and it runs about, well, depending on where part of the country you're in, you might pay a little bit more, obviously. But here in North Carolina, I paid about $120 for it. Woo, nice cork pop.
Mm-hmm. I love that sound.
You really get you get a really good cork pop off of ones that have a real natural cork and not a synthetic cork.
I've noticed that. All the bottles I open, you can tell which ones have a natural one.
All right. So, let's take a little sniff.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. There's that smoky
I can
aroma.
definitely tell it's smoky.
Yeah, smoky, very salty.
It smells good, though.
Some people say that a lot of Islas have, especially one in particular called Ardbeg, has sort of almost a medicinal or Band-Aid type of smell to it,
Yeah.
And
what do you mean by Band-Aid?
Well, I mean, it's sort of almost the latex of the Band-Aid.
Oh, okay.
That sort of smell. And when I say medicinal, almost like cough syrup or something. Yeah. But that's for the more. This one's really smooth as far as it's not really punch in the face. Mm-mm. It's not like a Lafroig that would be very like you're sitting next to a campfire or anything like that.
Right.
And there's a little sweetness behind that as well, almost like a honey.
I mean, once you say all these things, I can smell it, but I can't. I don't know the words.
You can't smell. Yeah, okay.
I don't know the words to, tell you what.
I hate to be leading you on the journey, but at the same time,
I get it when you say it. I'm like, okay, yeah.
A lot of the times, it's like I'll be smelling it, and when Ty is here and we're tasting a whiskey, he'll say this. He'll be like, "It tastes like," and I'm like, "Yeah, it does," And we sort of go on that journey together.
Gotcha.
But you're not used to doing that, so I figured I'd help you along.
Yeah, I don't know all the fancy words and the fancy flavors that I can pick up on.
Well, let's have a sip. Cheers.
Cheers. Definitely taste the smokiness. It's not bad at all. Like, it's good. Like, for my first time tasting scotch, this is kind of what I imagined it tastes like.
For most people that drink bourbon, at least the ones that I've talked to locally here, none of them are really into scotch.
Yeah, because it's not sweet at all.
No.
But it's not bitter either. It's just smoky. Like it's got like a.
It's smoky. It does have a little bit of sweetness in it, but it's not overpowering.
Right. Keep saying more words so I can agree with that. Like, I don't know the words to vocalize it. Like, I have no idea how to vocalize what I'm tasting. But I'll tell you if I disagree or agree with whatever you're saying.
I'm going to put some tasting notes on the screen right now. So this is from the website as far as like what they're saying the tasting notes are, and some more information as well.
What do you think about it?
As far as pulling out any other notes, I really don't, other than the, it's pretty much tastes the way that it smells.
Right. But it definitely wasn't overpowering for my first time trying it.
Uh-oh. Oscar. Guard dog.
But I was worried it was going to be too much for me to, digest, like, for my first time. But no, it was good.
Cool.
I like it.
Well, we're not just going to sip on this today. I'm actually going to make her a cocktail because she's made me about 1 billion. And I promised her a cocktail, and we're going to make her an old-fashioned with this scotch. Damn! Boom! Just like that. We now have a cocktail. So we've got a nice big rock in here and some Luxardo cherries, a little bit of the cherry juice. We've got Angostura bitters, we've got blood orange bitters, we also have just some simple syrup, and mix that up with some ice, and here we go. Instant, old-fashioned, but with a twist.
I like that too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh wow.
That's good.
That is really good. Wow, that is really good.
So you've had old fashions with bourbon in them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that rank?
I like this way better than any old fashioned I've ever made.
Nice.
I don't know, it's very smooth going down. It doesn't have, like, I like it sweet. I told you I like it sweet.
Right.
But I like the smoothness of it. Like, it's just.
And since this is only 43%, 86 proof, it's not like a real high proof either,
It doesn't really burn at all going down like a lot of the bourbons that I've tasted do in an old fashioned. Like, this is just really good and simple. Like, it's just.
And it does have that. You can still smell the smoke coming off of the scotch. I
like that a lot.
That is really good. One thing that we didn't do with these, which this is one of the reasons I didn't want to use it in this, was that I wanted to have a sip on this, but not get rid of this because I wanted us to do a couple more things.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any water. Normally, I would throw a little bit of water in here and have us taste it, but water only really does something if it's a higher proof.
Okay.
So you throw a few drops of water in there on a high proof whiskey. It helps bring out a few of those flavors or smells that you don't normally get. The only other thing that we could do with this, it's already smoky.
Okay.
But
more smoky?
What if we added a little bit different smoke?
Yeah.
It's got peat smoke in it.
Okay.
I've got a few different things here, and I'm going to let you choose what you think might do something else to it. I've got pecan wood, I've got apple wood, and I've got cherry wood. What do you think we should add to a scotch? Which normally I would not smoke a scotch.
Right.
But you're here, let's do what we normally do with all the bourbons.
Maybe to make it a little bit sweeter since it's straight.
Apple?
Apple.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
So.
Well, let's see what you think of this. Break out the torch. Have you ever seen one of these topper ones?
Yeah, once. But I've never tried it with a drink from one of the topper ones.
So now we have the smoke in here. So just go ahead and blow it off. Now I wouldn't put your nose down in this one because it's going to be just butt smoke. But go ahead and take a sip and see what you think of this one.
Ooh, wow.
Changed it a little bit.
It did. It definitely made it sweeter for me.
Got a lot of much sweeter. And in fact, that berried honey note that I was thinking was in there, it brought it out more.
I think they're like that way. I mean, I liked it the first time I tried it, but I like this a lot better.
Normally, and I've said this in many videos, whenever I smoke a whiskey, let's say a really high proof whiskey, most of the time it takes the burn completely off.
Gotcha.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
But,
no, and it definitely dialed it back a little bit on that for me.
but if you were to give it a 1 through 5, what do you think?
I would say the first one would be like a 3
Okay.
before we smoked it.
Right.
This would be a 5, definitely.
All right.
And then when we smoked it, I would say a 4. But this is my favorite.
Cranked it up a notch. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so, honestly, what you said was probably about, I would say on the first one, I'd go more for 4,
Okay.
in my opinion.
I just
but
didn't want to be biased.
based on the other
I'd
scotches.
never
No, you're good.
tried it.
And then when we put it in here, definitely a 5.
Yes.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
And then
really
this one
good.
right here, it knocked it up a notch. I'd say maybe 4.5,
Okay.
almost a 5. So, awesome.
Yep.
Well, guys and girls, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much, Erica,
So
for
much
coming.
fun. Thank you.
And if you guys want to let us know what you want us to review next, I have several bottles already in the works to being reviewed, and we've got more episodes coming up in the next week. So stay tuned, and don't forget to check out our YouTube shorts. They're 60-second clips. They just review some of the episodes that we have, and then come here on the main channel to check out the full episodes. So anyway, I'm Steve. This is Erica. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Wait for it. Here it comes.
That's what he was.
All right, go. Oh,
Oh,
Damn it.
Dang.
perfect.
That probably wouldn't happen again in ever. That was hilarious.